Hello, hello. Hello, Chad. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Test,
I
test.
can. I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I know you're here, but let me see if our chat can hear us. All right, we are ready to start. Thank you for your patience. The timer was absolutely wrong. I thought we were not gonna have any scuff, but I guess it's inevitable at this point. No matter how much I prepare, always something slips my grasp.
It's okay. It's not really a real VTuber stream if there's at least a little bit of scuff.
Oh, I will never beat it. You're on a wedding.
The
You're on
scuff
a
is what
wedding.
makes it a VTuber stream.
Oh my goodness! Someone in chat is on a wedding right now, and they're watching
Oh
Insane.
wow.
My blessings to the couple. The voices are back. Oh no! What voices? Oh, familiar faces. Hello, Satoru.
There's a
Irene.
19. Hello.
19. Oh, lots of familiar faces. Who got the first batch? Mystic, AO. Mystic on fire lately. All right, let's start right now. The count of 3, 2, and 1. Why is the Yippee Redeem doing that? What did I do? What the heck? Oh wait, I'm red. Let me fix that.
You were red.
Oh,
It's okay.
wait. That's not normal. All right, there we go. So I have
It's
to
fine.
change.
It's fine. Again, the scuff is mandatory. We need the
Mandatory.
scuff.
I'll never miss a stream with Helm in it. Hell yeah! I love that
thank you,
attitude when it
Nancy.
comes
With
to.
pleasure.
Awesome. Yeah, I love always when fans come around and visit the streams when I have a guest on. Always an honor.
I was here, so good night.
You're welcome. Yeah, well, thank you, Javier, for stopping by. Enjoy your visit to the wedding. How you doing, Kylo? All right, that's enough greeting for now. Let's get with the script. Sane moment.
Same moment.
Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of ECS. Tonight's host will be Neo Sane? Question mark. and I am tonight streaming here on Twitch.tv only with a guest because YouTube is broken. Can you introduce
Yay.
yourself?
Yes. Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful evening. My name is Ham-chan, the perfectly normal robot maid. It's a pleasure to meet you all, or to see some of those familiar faces that we already know.
May I ask what is perfectly normal about a robot maid?
Well, I'm a perfectly normal robot maid compared to other robot maids that may be abnormal. I don't have any missile launchers or heavy caliber weaponry or laser blades. Just a perfectly normal maid that just happens to be a robot.
I knew I had to ask you something important before I made any sort of like art or fan art, because I was about to draw you with like a bunch of weapons, like imagine if every cleaning supply is like a weapon. It's like, oh snap, wait, I'm not sure if they got any of that canonically, so that's why I like inviting guests here so they can explain to me the process.
It's funny actually. I did at one point in a previous iteration, I did actually have a broom that was also a rifle, but I decided to move that, to get rid of that, because it wasn't necessary for my duties as a maid. It was, the broom part was great, but the rifle just kind of got in the way, to be honest. It made things worse.
All right, I see. But here's my question. Despite the fact that you may not have any weaponry like that, how about your physical abilities? Is your body a weapon? Can it be weaponized though?
Well, I am quite capable of taking out the trash, if that's what you mean.
Okay, I totally get it. What the heck?
Never end.
They're all over. How does that keep happening? I don't even see a redeem going on. They're possessed. I'm gonna need your help sweeping these out of here. But
I'll make sure to clean them all up when we're done.
All right, then I'm going to. Okay, then that's actually moving the gears in my mind of something that I can possibly do with your design and your properties later in the future. I'm just gonna leave it a mystery, and then I'll let you know.
Okay. Fair enough. Also, 19 had a question for you, Sign.
Oh, perfect. Okay, hi. Let me catch up with chat as well. Does Sane know what stun seed back?
Well, Sign? Do you?
Listen here, you little shit. You may have gotten helm on other VTubers with that, but I don't have to read that, okay? You hear me? You hear me?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
Yomi! Yomi Raid!
What the? Oh,
Yomi,
snap!
let's go!
Yo, Yomi has just landed on the house as well. I need you to sweep the rugs. Oh, no.
I'll
We
try
got
and get
visitors
out
in
to
here.
everyone.
Oh, snap. Hello, Yomi. Let me give you a little shout out here. Oh, snap. Helm, can you do the honors of like thanking the raiders as you do? Because I love the way you always do it.
Of course, welcome raiders. Thank you all for coming in from Yomi's raid. Yomi, I hope you had fun with the rest of your stream. I know your Summerthon's been absolutely killing it recently, so welcome in everyone.
Yo, it is absolutely phenomenal. Like, oh, what the heck? I double raid, hey, yo! Yo, congratulations, Yomi, on getting 4K on twitch.tv/Yomi Quinley. I just wanted to say that out loud, super loud. And thank you. It's truly an honor that you decided to visit us on Helmchan's like VCS episode. It's giving me memories of when I interviewed Yomi actually a year ago. Was it a year? Oh my god, it's a year already. It's an anniversary of
It doesn't feel like that long ago to me, but you're right. It's been quite a while, hasn't it? Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And of course, thank you so much to the second raider as well. Let me give you a little shout out here. In fact, oh my god, can you give me a second? I know it's VCS and it's all about you, but we can always do a little bit of like, hey, let's do a little bit of housekeeping here while the house is getting filled to the top. So everyone, please go support Yomi Quinley as they are on a road on so much success right now. And of course, hold on, let me. Oh, that was the clip came out. That was super great. So let me see who. So we have also the other. Oh my god, I am going. I've never been this nervous.
No, don't need to be nervous. Everything's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Fine.
Well, yeah.
Everything is always fine. So you get headsets and everything.
Aw, thank you, and thank you so much for the raid too. Let me give you a little shout out as well. Hello to you too. Let me confirm triple that I have got the chat because apparently my OBS is doing something a little weird. Toki, thank you so much for the raid. Let me give you another shout out as well. And then we'll get back to the VCS.
When OBS isn't doing something weird.
We'll get back to your regular episode.
Bye.
That's Lethal Company. Oh my god, I'm having fun. Do it. Oh goodness. Let me close this stream here. Okay, there we go. But yeah, welcome everyone. My name is Sane. I'm a Neo Cyberpunk VTuber, interviewer VTuber, and tonight we're watching VCS. And now we will continue to our regular schedule or episode. All right, welcome. Oh my god, lots of familiar faces in the chat. Welcome Luminous, welcome Melanie, and welcome everybody as well.
Luminous, Melanie, hello.
Surrounded by friends who love
familiar
you.
face in chat.
Thank you, Yomi, for a special message as well. Happy to see you all. But yeah, support Helmchan today on VCS. Just stay around, and if you want to ask questions, I added a new command. It says exclamation ask, so you can have some ideas of what you can ask to our guests of the show. I'm starting to do that. I'm taking lessons from the best of the best. All right, so let's go here. Helmchan. Now you just introduce yourself to keep everyone up to speed who just visited. You just introduce yourself as the as a very normal maid, right? And
perfectly normal.
Perfectly normal. But we have other questions that we have to ask you, and they're related. We would like to get to know you, and then we have a lot of special questions regarding our some assistance that you provided for us, because you provided a lot of inspiration for a future model that we are creating here on the Saint Cisco channel, and we are definitely going to be. Oh my god! I thought it was gonna be a show back. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm flattered and I'm honored. I'll be around. Thank you. Welcome everybody. Oh my goodness. Another raid. Zeno, here we
Welcome
go.
in,
Thank you so
everyone.
much. Welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. And we'll get into the questions of VCS. Oh, Zeno is a lovely friend as well of the stream. It was actually one of the first VTubers that I interviewed when I started my
Oh,
journey.
really?
Yeah, and they're here tonight.
Aquí todos mueren.
Oh snap!
The yippies never stop.
Yeah, the K. Oh my god, this is like unexpected twist. The most chilled night was like the most chaotic night of all time. I don't know where, and apparently my OBS gave me a hype train notification. I didn't see anything about that. I don't know where that came from. But yeah,
It's okay. It's just scuff things, you know. Is what it
no,
is.
it happens. It's one of my kind of episode, I suppose. But yeah, let's ask you questions about to get to know you more. Can you give us a vibe of what you do in your streams in general?
Yes, certainly. So I
Yes.
typically stream 3 days a week. We've kind of, sort of by accident, kind of fallen into a routine, which I'm very okay with. Which
Right.
is on Wednesdays, we typically do a role-playing game. We're currently, we're actually looking to finish Final Fantasy V next week, having gone
Oh.
through 1, 2, 3, and 4 before it. On Thursdays, we usually play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I hate
Nice.
myself, which means that I play Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is, as we all know, the worst card game.
What?
But since it can be fun on occasion, it can be something resembling fun at least. And then on Saturdays, we usually do platformers. We've done both. We have done both the Crash Bandicoot trilogy and the Spyro the Dragon trilogy. We finished, well, not last week, but last time we were doing it. So I have something in mind for our next platformer, but I'm keeping it secret for the time being. That will help with scheduling.
Okay, I
But
see.
yeah, I do all kinds of things, but those are our usual staples.
Yeah. But I really, Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, I have to agree. I'm a bit conflicted with Yu-Gi-Oh! Lately. Yu-Gi-Oh! It's all over the place for me. In like, I want to play it so bad. Chat wants me to play it. My Discord's playing it all the time, and I want to join. But it's like I get to get acquaintance with like a million cards just to like I can get a general vibe of how to play at a normal speed. And I don't like stagnating the game with like my actions. I feel like I'm not providing the same enjoyment for the other person. So, and also for myself, I guess. But I still love the series, the franchise. It's dearly beloved to me. So we have that in common.
Have you ever played the card game at all, or?
Oh yeah, I actually have a ton of cards. Very old, but I have a ton.
Oh really?
Yeah, and some of them are pretty rare. pretty
Oh,
rare.
nice. Well, so let me ask you then. You say you played the game. When did you play the game? Because saying I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Could mean I once summoned Blue Eyes White Dragon, or it could mean I know how to go full combo Telemans and destroy it.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you like 3 cards that I love a lot, and that'll probably tell you. So one of my favorite cards is Arc Lord Christia, Gorse the Emissary of Darkness,
Okay, yeah.
and Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon.
Okay, so we're talking kind of XC's era then. So
Yep.
decently long ago, but not like ancient history like I was when I first got back to the game.
Yeah, I'm not one of those normies that say I love Yu-Gi-Oh! And I play it all the time. I mean, you tell them it's like I love in Dual Kingdom. Nah, not me. I'm Bazooka Best Boys. Heck yeah.
Yeah,
get OTK one turn.
Baguska, number 41, Baguska, the terribly tired tapir. He is my spirit animal. He is so EP, just like me.
All right, so yeah, so it's I love my card games, but let's get going into the topics. I quickly want to evolve into like thanking you so much for what I mentioned earlier. It's the whole model stuff, because I can't hold it anymore. I really want to talk about that immediately. Let's jump into that topic, baby, because I want to know your inspirations. All right, hold on. Can we scoot into the corner? Are you watching on Twitch, by the way?
Yeah. Which side?
All right, so I'm gonna put myself next to you in the little corner here. Yeah, you're fine right there. That's perfect. You don't have to scooch them. I'm gonna bring up a picture so I can show to the people who are not up to speed the brand new prototype design for a future Neo, not Neo Saiyan, a new Saiyan transformation. And Helchan was so kind to provide some edits to this picture. If only I could find the OBS source that has that thing, because I didn't have it. Okay, there we go. I was just yelling at my OBS and wow, thank you so much for the follow. There was so many wonderful people follow. I'm gonna give you shout outs, of course. At the end of the stream, I'm gonna have that all organized. I promise.
Of course.
But thank you,
While
Marcy.
you're sorting that out, I
There.
just see 19 as a question.
Oh,
19,
another
they're bouncing
question.
around my arms. They're just to keep them. They're just to keep my shirt in check because it's quite baggy
Oh.
sleeves. That's all it is.
No, they're very welcome to ask as many questions as they want. All right, but hell, let me read this one. Let me give them the time to see it. Helm, I do have a question for you. Those bands around your arms. What's the purpose of those? Okay, so I guess
Yes.
I'll ask you the question. What's the purpose of the bands?
Yeah, it is just because the sleeves are very baggy. This way, by having the bands there, they keep the sleeves rucked up so they don't slide down or get too in the way when I'm doing cleaning. That's all there is to it, really. I'm sorry, it's not a very exciting answer.
Thank you, Matt. I love this design so much. Ah, praises from Yobi.
Yes.
That means a lot to me.
This design's really good. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is really good design. I love that.
It's a bit reserved, I want to say, because it has a bit of like it's a bit cover around the chest area, which is something that I kind of wanted because I want to have some accessibility features there. But I'm gonna talk about that in the future when I actually make it happen. Not today. Today I want to talk about the coloring and the theme of it. The theme is called Cyber Sane. It was inspired by the words of a friend. Wink, wink. And yeah, so let's bring out some of the colors, and chat, you can help as well and tell me which colors that were provided by Helpsham you like the most. I'm gonna start from the one here on the folder first. So as you can see, I did say first that I wanted to have a bit of red on me, but how do you feel about something like this? If you ever want to get someone to sign a character, Helm's the best. Yes, that's why I asked Helmson personally.
Yeah, I do like how these colors really pop here. It's something a bit different for you, but I think I wanted to originally stick with something a bit closer to what you have, but I know over time you want to move to something a bit different. I realized something that I actually signed with this line art.
Okay.
Something that I completely ignored that you could do with this line art if you wanted to. Because I know you actually just about the chest being a bit covered.
Yes.
In theory, you could color the shoulders and then make the middle of the chest skin tone.
You mean like having like
if you
a
wanted to
boob
go a bit
window?
more risque with it.
Wait,
Yes, a
wait.
giant boob window, basically.
Oh!
You could do. I actually wasn't sure which of these you were interpreting. I read this, but now as I'm looking, like, you could do that with it.
I could. I've been told if I'm gonna have a
Yeah,
bigger window,
redo it.
but I guess I like the closed chest a little bit. I don't know why.
Oh no,
I
you're
just want to have
valid.
an option.
I prefer this
Don't touch
personally.
me, woman. I'm sorry. You only gets the worst out of me sometimes, and I tend to yell. So I'm sorry if I'm blasting your headpieces right now.
Oh no, you're fine.
I don't mean to release the cleavage. I'll think about it, okay? Okay, I'll think about it for sure.
You know what I mean? It's just trying to corrupt everyone to be as sus as she is. Next thing you know, she's going to be saying,
Oh.
also, while you're at it, you should remove the shoes. You should be barefoot, definitely.
Yeah, at least I'm not the Vtuber here. Alright, let's bring up the next color. Let's keep it going. You mentioned the one that is closer to me, so let's bring that one out next. And it is this color that has several inspired by my current model. It's basically like a fusion of this. In fact,
Yeah, this one was literally just pulling colors off your current model. Like, I didn't think too much about what I was doing with them. I was just like, okay, let's just start with your model as a basis and work from there.
Yeah. You know what I realized?
What's that?
You know what? If I put it like this and I put it between us, it looks like someone used polymerization and fused you and I into this because the tip of the ears are.
Realize that, but you're right. You're right. L-Chan Sane fusion confirmed.
Yeah. Well, would I have a tin can head or would I have you have a fleshy face? I wonder which side would be. It's like a Vegeta.
This would be okay.
Vegeta.
I actually did design a fusion of Yomi and myself, and I gave her like a like just the those how do I express this? Those gas masks that are like fashion gas masks, where it's just like the lower half of your face, like the nose and mouth.
Yeah.
I gave her one of those, but then I gave her like a normal upper head.
All right, so now let's bring a next one, and it's gonna be one of my closest favorite. I'm biased. I'm not sure if I'm taking a homework from someone else's picture. Chat, I got a question for you instead of you asking me a question. Didn't you use a few of the funny earrings? The funny earrings, maybe, Max, maybe. But here we go. If you can tell me. Oh, it's a Dragon Ball Z reference.
No, yeah.
Can anyone tell me?
I do like this one. This one I think is.
I love it.
Very good.
I love the hair. It is very inspired by a franchise that I love a lot. If you can tell me, if anyone who wants to win the first cookie of the night can tell me what this character reminds them of, then you win. You win the cookie. I guess that's all I can say for tonight. I don't have any more rewards for tonight. They've all been absorbed by all the weeks of ongoing questions like this. Corin? Oh, not a bad guess, but it's no. Who will win, Helm Cisco or Yelm Shan? That's actually not a bad quote. Xenoblade? Oh, super close. Cosmos!
Close.
Ding ding ding! There you go.
There we go.
Congrats.
Did you know, funnily enough, did you know Xenosaga was not completely released here in Europe?
Not completely really. You mean they only left they didn't put all the episodes?
Yeah. So you know that's originally a 3-part trilogy. They didn't give us all 3 parts. They gave us 1 part, and it was only part 2.
That would be so mad because the third game is so good. The second game is the one that is kind of trashy because the combat wasn't as good, and the story was like it was developing. It was too much development, but the third game was the one that is so good.
It's just so silly to think like, oh yes, let's release the middle part of a 3-part series. It's like I can only assume that they thought it was like Final Fantasy, and that you don't need to know Final Fantasy IV to play Final Fantasy V. Clearly, this is the exact same thing, right? They're both RPGs. That's how that works.
Ready for Mother 3? Never. It's never gonna happen. That's the death blow. That was recently they released Mother 3 in the Nintendo, but only in Japan, the Nintendo Switch library.
Yeah,
that was a death blow. Oh well, what can be done?
We got the fan one at least.
All right, so I guess it's time to let's bring the next color in here. All right, so this
one's
is the
quite
next
nice
color
as well.
This one is very nice. I like the touch of silver. It's very faint, but I imagine with shading and all that stuff, you can actually see it. With a nice effect, it can work. It can work.
Yeah, when I was doing this color, my kind of what I was picturing is that the more silvery parts would have more metallic sheen on them, whereas the more white parts would be more kind of, I don't know, like latex or something. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what texture I'd imagined. Suddenly, extra science.
Surprise! No, it says what the fuck? What the fuck? Chat surprise! Oh shit, we have another guest out of nowhere.
Well, if I bring in a surprise guest, then let me bring in my surprise guest. Here he is.
Oh shit! Alright. I summon a monster on the field and you summon one as well.
Yes. I'll summon Frog the Jam.
Frog the Jam. Can you explain the meme of Frog the Jam?
Certainly. It's not a terribly funny one. Like most of my jokes, it's not that funny, but I pretend it's very funny. So there is a Yu-Gi-Oh monster called Frog the Jam. Officially, he's now known as Slime Toad. When they originally released the card in America, the card was called Frog the Jam. And then years later, they decided they wanted to release a frog archetype. But because Frog the Jam had different characters in Japanese, he shouldn't have been part of the frog archetype. So for years, loads of cards had to include the text, except Frog the Jam. So eventually they did rename him to Slime Toad, but I don't believe in that. I believe I'm calling him Frog the Jam. Because I'm not about accepting Frog the Jam, I'm about accepting Frog the Jam. And as such, I try to make him playable, even though he's objectively terrible. It does nothing. He's a vanilla monster with like 700 attack. That's it. He does nothing. But he's my best friend.
Aw.
Apart from Yome.
Actually, hold on. Don't move. There we go. All right, it's true what my mod is saying. My ADHD is kicking in. But yeah, chat,
You're fine.
now it's time for me to explain what is this thing that I brought. We're still gonna be showing some more of the colors and stuff like that. So right now, I've been tinkering around with like. Usually I like to play with V-Ray stuff. This is not what I'm planning to do completely, but it's like a prototype as well. I'm just planning to see how it would look on a V-Ray model, on a future 3D model, before I actually commit fully to it. So I put together all these assets like literally this morning, and I just decided to bring it here. I made some nice little, just some adjustments, just to see how it would look. And it's like, oh, this color actually like kind of went super close to it. So yeah, let me put myself next to you.
I actually kind of like how you've got a bit of the sort of black or like a darker grey with it. Like,
yeah,
I like the white and blue as well, but like they're both quite interesting color schemes.
Impressive. Thank you for the compliments. It looks good. Yeah, in fact, this is actually a bunny suit. It's not supposed to be a cybernetic clothes, but with the assets put together and the plates on the side and all that stuff, it kind of looks like. It doesn't look. It does have like
a QR code on the side there. Is that a QR code?
A what? A QR code? Yeah. It's a work in progress. Okay. I'm supposed to
scan that QR code. It just takes you to a Rickroll.
No. Oh, that's clever. I can have a 3D model with like a QR code and just take me to the card. Take me to my
that'd
my
be a fun
lenses.
idea, actually.
Yeah. A fun idea. Well, anyways, let's put this away. I think I am torturing my PC using 2 webcams at the same time and so much stuff. Anyway, say goodbye to like prototype Cyber Sane, everybody. I'm gonna go right away. Oh, unless y'all want me to keep it on the corner. Nah, it's distracting. All right, this is supposed to be a Helmchan episode, and let's just keep talking about that.
Years later, this Alpha Sane is going to be on like a lost media Saint Cisco video. The forbidden Alpha Sane that only appeared for 5 minutes and never again.
Never again. Nah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use it. I like tinkering around with all the V-Ray models all the time, and people know it. I change models just for fun. It depends on what I like to do in general.
Yeah, that's fair.
In fact, let me ask you.
If I had the ability to do it myself, I definitely would.
Yeah, in fact, let me ask you. Let's do a little pause on the color schemes, and let me ask you a question here in between. Chat, if you have any questions from Helmchan, don't forget to leave them in the chat. If you can highlight them as well, it'll be really helpful. Well, here's a question for you. And most VTubers tend to have like an alternative, like chibi version of themselves. Have you been thinking about doing something like that with yours?
It's something that I've considered. So a lot of the things I would like to do are things that I'm not necessarily prohibited from doing in terms of necessarily being able to afford it or having the ability to. For me, a lot of it is social anxiety, I'll be entirely honest.
Really?
I get really nervous about approaching people, even if it's someone that's doing commissions. I don't know why. It's something I'm trying to get better at. But like there's things that I would like to do that I know I probably could do, but I'm nervous about approaching people about them. And I know it's dumb because it's like, oh yes, this person is actively advertising they want commissions.
Yeah.
They want my money. They want me to ask them to draw me things. And I'm like, but what if I'm annoying them? Or what if I'm an unreasonable customer? What if I end up accidentally being a Karen and what I'm trying really hard not to be? What if they hate me? And it's like, no, Helm, you're being dumb. You're being dumb. I would love to get some new models at some point eventually. Or even just like some new accessories or toggles or something. I'm very happy with my model as it is currently, but for the price I paid, I'm very happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not oblivious to the fact that I could get there are people that could do a nicer model than what I've got, if that makes sense. Okay.
No, it's super good. I love your model, and you have been extremely well received by a lot of mutuals as well. Yeah, they talk about you all the time, honestly.
Really? Oh my gosh, yeah. I didn't realize.
Yeah, you're very expressive with the. You mentioned. Can I say something that we said before the stream, and it's regarding the mouthpiece?
Oh, certainly, yeah, certainly.
That's a funny story, but I want to link it to something of mine that's really funny. You're loved, very well loved.
Yes, certainly.
So it's so despite the fact that you don't have a mouth, I was gonna ask you like I was gonna ask you about how's it feel like not having them out, and you told me a story about how it can cover like your yawns.
It is quite convenient when you haven't got a mouth to track. It's very convenient because I could sit here and I can yawn, and nobody knows. No one knows how many times I have yawned on stream, or how many times I've kind of briefly muted myself to just cough. Well, actually, they probably know that I'm not very good at hiding the coughs. I'll be honest. But there are definitely some advantages to it. Obviously, there are disadvantages, like, you know, some artists don't like drawing robots, and that can make finding artists even more hard, and also add to the anxiety of finding artists. But it definitely has its advantages and its disadvantages, for sure.
No, I can definitely see that. And speaking of advantages, I'm gonna confess something. When I was a whale shark, I used to have a toggle that is like bringing up the shades, and the shades cover my eyes. Sometimes I bring the shades on my VTuber model so I can look down on my phone and I don't show the eyes being closed, because sometimes when VTubers look down, the eyes just tend to close. So I'm looking at my phone down right now, and Saint Kai just used to bring the shades. I can't do it with this model unless I have shades on it.
That's the galaxy brain. That is the galaxy brain. I mean, my eyes don't directly track either, so I've got that benefit as well.
You know what? Chat, you can do it for me. You just give me the googly eyes redeems, and it can cover my eyes, and I can just check my phone. Every design will have advantages and disadvantages. No VTuber model is perfect. That can be...
True.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And of course, perfection doesn't mean that it's like always great. Everyone will have their own individual taste.
I don't think there's such a thing as perfection when it comes to VTuber models. I think it's one of those things that's just a constantly... what's the word? Like, evolving thing. One thing that I did as a joke once was I put a picture of myself on Twitter where I edited off I basically removed my eyes, hid my eyes, and edited a screenshot from Doom onto there. And that did get me thinking, imagine how cool it would be if in the future VTuber models get to the point where you can have like a monitor on your model. So like you could have, say, I don't know, like a square part on your model that could have like a GIF or whatever, and you could change that on the fly.
A monitor on the model. I feel like I've seen that with 3D models already.
I feel with a 3D model, I could imagine you could, because you could just what's the word? What's the word for when they do it with textures? Map. You could just map like a GIF
map
to
exactly.
to that texture, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So let's slide through some of the other colors. I got some comments before. Some people are saying that they love the red theme on this one. Did I ask for this color, or did you also provided it? I can't. I have to look back at the conversation. I think
I can't even remember, to be honest. I do like this one though. It definitely has a bit of a more evil vibe with it, for sure. But black and red it's an iconic color scheme for a reason, you know. Black goes with everything, and red with it just looks great.
I can agree with that. It happens, and it's a very popular theme. In fact, my main color for my first VTuber model was supposed to be red. I just asked my VTuber creator, my first VTuber creator, and I recommended them for like a color palette, and they went with the orange, and it stuck with me. And it still falls into the category of redhead. I wanted to mainly be a redhead. So, you know, this color here appeals to me, because I do love I like my edgies red and black sometimes. I was one of those.
No, you're valid. It's very funny how sometimes like those accidental things kind of end up being something that sticks with you for a while.
Yeah.
Like for my own design, actually, my own hair in air quotes, technically it's not hair. Yeah. Technically, I guess I am technically bald. But the only reason why it is the color it is because my very early inspiration was from my character in FF14. She wore a maid dress, and she had a very large helmet called the Augmented Ironworks Helm of Fending, which is a black helmet with blue glows and gold accents. And you probably see how this ended up this way. I just kind of stuck with that color scheme. I'm like, yeah, the gold accents will make that into gold hair. That works.
Yeah, it does. It does work. I think your colors are very easy to the eye, which is something that I've been wanting to do, which is why I mainly, I'm thinking of the new one having more blue to it. So, you know, more blue or more blue color. I'm leaning more towards blue. I can always have it change, but you know, and mainly be like a different kind of branding.
I mean, I am very biased. I do enjoy a blue glow.
All right, so I have then 19 is also providing us another question. Let's see.
Oh, certainly.
It says here, how did you get into being a VTuber? Was it a friend who convinced you? The urge to entertain? A way to create a Frog the Jam army? I'm curious.
Honestly, it was Yomi. Like, that really
Yomi
is just the answer
mentioned.
to it. Yeah, Yomi mentioned. Yeah, because, so, last year, kind of, I think about February of last year, Yomi said, look, I want to go into VTubing. I want to try this. I want to do this. And at the time, I didn't have, like, any real desire to do it myself. I was like, heck yeah, go for it. I will support you all the way. And then once Yomi got started, and, like, I was seeing how much fun she was having, I was like, you know, that looks like she's having a lot of fun. I want to try that, honestly. It was also kind of a way of me helping to discipline myself, by which I mean, as Yomi will no doubt attest, I have a very bad track record of starting projects of sorts, whether they'll be like D&D games or, well, anything really, or like a video game or board game, and I'm very bad at seeing them through. And this was kind of like one of those things like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take up VTubing as well. I'm gonna take part in this. I wanna do this. It seems fun, and it's something that I wanna sit down and apply myself to and commit to trying to, well, keep up with, frankly. So, yeah, if it wasn't for Yomi, I wouldn't be here today.
Aw, that is super sweet. Yomi being Yomi has been a source of inspiration for a lot of VTubers, and that is always an honor to hear when, because I've been on this. How long have you been a VTuber, by the way?
My very first stream was last September, and I think I got affiliate basically in like the first week. So I think it was like October I got my affiliate.
So you're there in half a year already, right?
I think so, actually. Yeah, I think some of my subscribers put in their like 6-month sub literally this week.
Time flies super fast.
I know.
Dang.
It really does, right? It doesn't feel that long at all.
Yeah,
crazy.
really good pleasure. Aw, dude, I like
Yomi
when
is.
people. I like.
Can I gush about Yomi for just a moment? Can I gush about my bestie?
You know what? Yeah, you have the floor.
Yeah,
this is your time to shine. You can say it all the time.
She deserves it. She deserves
Make them cry as much as possible, please, because today they celebrated the 4,000. Yes.
They're gonna cry, Yomi, because yes, Yomi, you deserve it. Because I've known Yomi for
Get
more than half
love,
of my
nerd. Oh wait, no, give me a
Get
hat.
absolutely loved.
Give me a get love, nerd.
Get love, nerd.
Okay.
You are going to be loved. This cannot be avoided.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've known Yomi for more than I haven't known Yomi. Like literally more than half of our lives. And everything Yomi's ever done, in anything, whether it's work, whether it's entertainment, whether it's playing games, anything Yomi's ever done, she's always been someone who always 125% commits herself to. Hardest worker I know in anything. When Yomi used to play, I'm gonna tease her a little bit here. When Yomi used to play Final Fantasy 14, she used to do a lot of the crafting. And as an example of how dedicated Yomi was to, at the time, the crafting, Yomi would log on FF14 during her lunch break to craft a bunch of linen shirts and put them on the marketplace. Every day without fail, Yomi would be home, craft the shirts, put them on the marketplace, log out. Every day without fail. Not the linen shirt. Yes, Yomi, the linen shirt market, you cannot escape it. You cannot escape it. But seriously though, like Yomi has always been such a hard worker in everything she does, and I'm just so happy for her that hard work ethic is paying off in a way that's more tangible for her, you know, that's actually helping her, you know, financially and with her living situation. Like she deserves it.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's certainly paid off. That subathon will never end. It's unkillable.
Don't forget, Yomi, you're here forever.
You're here forever. After that, they're probably gonna need like a week break, but knowing them, taking a break just means more work in the background.
Yes, Yomi's like, yes, I'm gonna take a break, sits down. But what if? What if I was to instead make 5 shorts, 12 redeems, and also commission 4 artists?
Yeah, always thinking about other people.
That's what Yomi's break time looks like.
Okay, listen.
I'm calling you out, Yomi.
Yeah, calling you all the time. No, I call them out all the time. In fact, I push them forward. I told them to not believe the people who say take a break. No, don't take a break. Keep working for it. You're cooking so hard. I need to see cook. I don't want to see you slowing down. I want to see you triple down on that, baby. Of course, realistically, if you are like dying, then at least work less, but still work. Chapa, chapa. I don't have my keyboard. I don't have my keyboard to do. Holy moly! Another raid. Could it be?
Hello.
More familiar faces? Ayo.
So many lovely faces tonight.
Aw. Alright, let me follow them as well here and give me a little shout out. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome. Tonight we're hosting an episode of Vtuber Chat Show. I'm your host for tonight, Neo Sane, Cyberpunk Vtuber, in Vtuber, and I'm here tonight with the wonderful Helm-chan. Oh my god, I said that so flawlessly that I scared myself. But yeah, another raid out here. Thank you so much, Moronini, for the raid. Anything you want to say to our new guest of the show?
I just welcome in everyone. I hope you had a wonderful evening. And Maid, it's always lovely to see you. I hope you're doing very well. Thank you for the raid.
Let's check out together what they were doing. They were having a Penny's Big Break raid. Oh my goodness, that is an adorable model as well. And tonight we're doing model design stuff. Oh my god, they gave us the Ara. Chat, don't get intimidated. I know you'll like my Aras as well, but don't get intimidated.
You reminded me. I need to get around to doing one of those for myself. I promised chat I would give them an Ara redeem as well. And the only reason why I haven't got around to doing it is because I want to get some artwork for it to kind of, when they trigger it. And I haven't got around to doing that.
You have to.
It's not because I'm trying to put it off. I promise. Don't
forget. Okay, so to not develop too much into it. Don't forget to tax those RRs and those noises you make, because I'm talking the taxes in points. Because eventually, someone out there is gonna exploit all their points. Someone out there in your chat is gonna have like a million points save up, and you're like, oh, I've been waiting for this moment.
Yep. I think one of my guests actually said the other day they have about 70,000 points saved up. I'm scared.
Oh my goodness, 70,000. That's wild. But let's check out let's review. We have more colors to go through, and in fact, do you mind if I go through like some Yomi colors that they gave us as well? Because
Yomi
did some edits as well. So let's go through this quick. So we have here another color. What inspired this specific color palette you did for my new model?
Simply put, I was like, okay, so when I look at your color design, okay, I know right now you've not got the orange hair on, but when I think of saying in my mind, the two colors that pop out the most are the orange hair and then like the kind of purpley, pinky, magenta-y kind of coat. I was like, well, what if we take those colors and then like we keep the colors and just change the percentages? So instead of black being the main color, we'll go orange with the main color. Instead of kind of like pinkish, purplish for the trim, we'll make that the hair. Honestly, it was just kind of like, it was very much in that stage of throw things at the wall and see what sticks. I don't know why. This color scheme kind of reminds me of building equipment for some reason. I don't know why. Like JCBs and diggers. I don't know why.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen characters with this color palette in the past. 30k? Oh my goodness. That's a lot of points.
I wouldn't be surprised. I do need to make some more redeems to give my guests things to spend points on for certain.
Aw, thank you so much for the sub. Who gave the sub? Shinra. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. Appreciate it. The serve. Aw. Anyways, let's go on with one more color here from your selection. We have let's see. This one is interesting, and I say interesting because it has a very it's very vibrant. It's very vibrant. Yes. If I were to be frank and honest, I can see this working with like a lot of effects, but in a flat color theme, maybe it needs be a bit more opaque. Not sure how I can put it. I'm not calling it bad. I'm just calling it like.
No, like I get what you're saying. The cyan here is very very saturated, very bright. In my head, I guess that would have been like the glow color, so that kind of like my eyes, maybe I did go a little hammer with the actual exact saturation on it, but I just wanted to kind of get the colors there, you know. Because, funny enough, if you eyedrop a tool my own model, from the middle of the eyes, it's actually quite a pale blue. It's the outer edge of the eyes that's actually more of a deeper blue.
Color theory is wild. You would be surprised
Yes,
at how
it
some colors I've been learned recently since I've been making a lot of hero models for people. The fact that some people tell me, give me color black for hair. Okay. And then sometimes what I do is I give them like a dark purple, because the shade of purple can also give you like a it's like I don't know how to call it, but it's the real black. And it works for some people. It depends on the angles and what's going on around them with the clothes. It's
Yes. Also
it's
depends
true.
on like what kind of other colors that are on the design. You know, when I do my art, if I'm doing something that is meant to be black, I will typically just use a quite dark grey, kind of actually about the same as what I've got here on my dress. If you look at my dress, it's actually dark grey, but in kind of anime terms, that reads as being black. It's almost like when you get the characters that have I've heard them called brunettes before, as in like a pun on brunette, where their hair is very dark blue, but it's meant to be black. You know what I mean?
Okay, I see. And then let's alright, so I think we went over all the colors so that you gave us for us. So let's bring this one. This one was provided by Yomi Quinley. We have 2 more to go after this, and then we'll go back to our regular BCS episode.
That's an interesting one. I like the purple and blue contrast.
Yeah, you can see.
It reminds me of something, but I can't put my finger on it.
Very gamer. It reminds me of a specific video game. What was the catchphrase of that character? I noticed, often you can shade things and still fall. I'm reading some of the chat comments as well. Don't worry, chat. I've been reading your comments the entire time. I swear I'm not ignoring. There were just a few huge changes to the Photoshop, so it's not perfect. No, it's totally fair. I like this. There's a specific character that I love with this color, and it's from a certain somewhat controversial game. Because it's like if you play it, people will question you.
Saying, I've just realized what this color scheme reminds me of.
Okay, shoot it.
It's Dark Magician Girl. Dark Magician's Girl outfit is blue with purple edges. It's almost the exact same hue.
We went in opposite directions. I was thinking Diva from Overwatch for some reason.
Oh, okay. No, I can see that as well, yeah.
But actually, I'm happy that you say Dark Magician Girl, because I am a big fan of Dark Magician Girl. Like, huge fan.
I think a lot of people are.
Oh my god, it's such a cute, adorable, like, peak design. They really popularized that color palette at the time.
It's very funny though. Did you know that Dark Magician Girl was actually censored very heavily?
Oh yeah, I'm very aware of that. In the card,
Yeah.
they had the pentagram was removed from the neck, and also the booba.
Not even that. Just
the booba.
Just the booba. The
Yeah,
booba.
but they also have like a star.
Card. There's actually a card that we're never gonna get in English called Magi Magician Girl. Because it was drawn by Kazuki Takahashi, the maker of Yu-Gi-Oh! Himself, and he refused to censor it. So we're never gonna get it.
Oh, I've seen this card. Yeah,
it's not even that good necessarily, but it's just kind of like,
Yeah, it's an interesting card. That's a very like unique design compared to other cards. Actually, the art style.
Yeah.
But it's let's see. I feel thank you so much for the follow, Techno. Anyways, let's see. One more final color of the night. Yeah, is this one. Very unique color too. It's a very popular color actually in a lot of media. I'm not making that joke I made the last time, but it is. I've seen several outlets using this color. It's very office-like. I want to say that. Very office-like. But I made a joke about it on the stream.
For some reason, the vibe I get off this color scheme, and this is not an insult at all. Yeah. I don't know why, and it's not even a particular character, but for some reason, this color scheme makes me think of the original Transformers series, and I don't know why.
Yeah, that's what I said. Thank you so much. That's what I was going in that direction, but I was gonna make also the joke. I said it reminds me of the color palette of Bluey, the dog,
Oh gosh.
my just goes to like memes for the on the first round, but it also has the Transformer colors, and it's very office like, and I can't exactly pinpoint what it is, but something about like when you go to like office and you see like the clear it's like a clear blue on like walls that are very solid flat, and then you see like the desk being kind of orange. So I can see this being like a kind of like a Nurse Joy kind of character. Like it's or Nurse Joy is not a good example. You know how in some games like Phantasy Star Online they have like different character archetypes that are just like the reception lady. Yeah, something like that. It just reminds me of like a very office color. My personal bias, I believe.
Oh, I think Chilliman actually hit upon it. It's Unicron from Transformers. That's the color scheme that it's quite similar to. He was the big he was the big one that turned into a planet and was voiced by Orson Welles in his last credit of all things.
Unicron. Oh my goodness, that's the big planet, dude.
Yeah, big chungus.
The big planet. I used to have a toy similar to this one. I think it was No, I'm not gonna. It's one that had a lot of keys that you put in it, and I forgot the name, but I sold it a long time ago, so I don't have that Transformer toy. I'm past the Transformer appeal that I have. But I still love my mechs. I've been very into like Gunpla stuff, and I'm gonna start being some Gunpla in stream soon.
You love Gunpla. What's your favorite mobile suit?
Oh, favorite mobile suit. Good. I'm a bit edgy. I like that side, and I also like the Saku models. You know, the ones that are red, that are the enemy ones. Every one of those archetypes are just something about them. Just like it's so cool. It's like a lot of red. Give me all the red mechs. Red mechs, please.
Red ones go faster.
You can tell red is my favorite color. Because it's like pretty much.
You're valid. You are perfectly valid.
Yeah, I like my edgy red. That's my favorite dual Maxwell as well. My husband. Oh, base taste. Big. Oh my God. A lot of nostalgia chat. That's a lot of nostalgia right there. Anyways, this is a perfect segue to bring it back to you, Helm-chan. Let me get into my little corner. I think. Okay, so let's bring it up here. Yeah, perfectly there. So let's get to know you more. Can you tell us? Okay, so this is the part of the stream where I asked you, and chat, if you can help me ask Helm-chan some questions as well. Let's get more familiar and get to know you more in the outside of like VTuber related things. So can you tell us more about like your general taste, and more specifically, if you have hobbies outside of like gaming?
Well, my main hobby at the moment, kind of for the past year and a half, 2 years. Obviously, I'm very big into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes,
it all started as my friend just saying, "Hey, Helm, you should download Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel." And I was like, I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! In years. I don't even know what a Synchro Summon is. And they said to me, "Sorry? What did you say?" Oh.
I also have a dual disc of my own.
I see. I will put it away.
Sorry, the opportunity was there. I needed to make that joke.
No, you're fine. Yeah, so they said to download it, and I was like, okay, sure, I'll download it. And I had fun with it. And then I was at a comic convention, and I saw a card that I use a lot in the game. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to buy this one card, just the one card. Just so I can have it and look at it and be like, oh yes, it's my favorite card. I like this guy. And that was about a year and a half, 2 years ago now. I don't want to take a guess at how much I've spent on cards since then. It's
not more than me. But how much?
I've spent quite a lot on cards in the past 2 years, saying I will just say that. Beyond that, though, I do have. I do also like Gunpla myself. I have a. Gunplay was my previous addiction. I had to kick that addiction because I ran out of shelves.
Okay.
I think in my last head count, I was at about 200 high grades, something like that.
Okay. Wow. I was about to brag about my 50, but then you're going like 200. Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah, it reached the point of it where it stopped being like a hobby and kind of started to be a problem. So I do still like model kits. Yes, yeah, lifestyle, exactly, yeah. So I do still like collecting model kits, but I do kind of I have to rein myself in a bit more. Basically, I got into Gunpla around the time I first kind of had my own expendable income. And,
Okay.
you know, when you first get your own money to spend, you go a bit crazy with it. In my
Mhm.
case, it was plastic Gundam models. So back then I would just buy, oh, I don't have that one. I don't have that one. I'll just buy those two. And, you know, doesn't matter if I've never heard of them before. Do I look like I know what a Juagu is? No, but I will sure as hell build a kit of it. You know, but these days I have to be a bit more particular about my kits just because of space. um, Beyond that, I do like Digimon as well. I've got quite a lot of Digimon
Heck
VCats, even
yeah.
if they're all currently dead. Yeah, I love Digimon.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wish it was a bit more active than, you know, some other pet collecting franchises, but you know, it's still Digimon is at least a franchise that keeps you going, you know, I'd say.
All right, we have a
Um,
question by Raven. You want to read it since
Certainly.
it's in topic?
Certainly.
It says,
Any tips for aspiring Gunpla builders? I got my first one recently and haven't built it yet. Well, the first tip I would say is make sure you have a good pair of side cutters or nippers or whatever you want to call them. I know someone that built a Gundam kit using a pair of scissors
no,
to cut the pieces off the spools.
the nubs.
Yes.
The nubs.
Yes.
It's like you have to push them
Like
correctly.
that actually counts as violence.
No, that's a crime against nature.
Yeah. So make sure you get a good pair of nippers. You will thank yourself. Your Gundam will thank you. Beyond that, honestly, there's not really a lot to say. Just follow the instructions closely. Read the instructions carefully. Do not mistake, you know, one letter for a different letter. One underrated thing that I personally think is good, if you can get a very thin metal nail file, those are really good for two things. First off, it's good for sanding off the nubs if you have a little bit of nub left over. But the second of all is it can be very good for prying apart two pieces. Like say you put two bits together and realize, oh no, I need to take those apart because I should have put something in there first, you know.
Okay.
So that's my underrated tip for it, I would say. But overall, just have fun with it. Gunpla are pretty easy to build by and large. I do not paint. I've never been good at painting.
You never painted?
And that's why I like Gundams.
Not even with the markers?
No, I don't even use the markers because I'm bad. One also I find it very hard to get hold of over here.
I like the markers. The
honestly,
markers are
though,
so good.
I've seen the results they can put out. My issue is just I have trouble finding them over here for a reasonable price. But also, I have so many Gundams and they're on the shelf. Like from the distance that I see them at, I don't know that it would make a huge difference on them anyway. And that is what I think is part of the strength of Gundams compared to other model kits I've built. Like I've built, do you know frame arms, girls?
Frame arms? No.
Basically, they're just a line of like mecha moose in there, you know, like robot girls. If you
I think I may have one or two because I did buy a couple of them. Well, actually, anyways. Frame.
They're quite nice kits, but the downside of them, there's two big downsides. First is that they are very, very fiddly to put together compared to, say, a Gundam.
They're cute as heck, though.
Oh, they are really cute.
Yeah, look, they're just like me for real. This could be my new model. Holy shit,
these
this is
are
what I
adorable
want.
designs.
Chad, I'm rebranding to this. That's what I wanted initially. I was conflicted against being like an idol kind of or pretty or being like a weaponized VTuber. I kind of want both. Have you ever seen Symphogear? Symphogear.
I know of it, yeah.
So I like that. I like the somewhat anime girl makeup combined, but also kind of idol. It's like a triple amalgamation of different genres combined.
It's a wonderful aesthetic. For these kits specifically, though, my big complaint is color separation. I don't know all of them, but I got a kit. Actually, that character with the cannon on her shoulder there, her name's Gurai. She comes with like a bazooka, but the bazooka is just a single solid color. So unless you paint it, it doesn't look very good. It looks fake and cheap. Whereas Gundam kits, by comparison, they usually look good out of the box, even if you don't paint them. That's why I like them so much, because I'm really bad at painting.
Yo. It's a lot of really cool designs in here.
There's a lot of new ones,
Even if I
yeah.
don't know, have you ever watched? I have a question on chat as well, but I gotta ask one before this. So, have you ever seen a YouTuber called Mecha Gaikatsu?
Sounds familiar. I'm really bad with names.
They just review gunplay in general. It's a gunplay channel. I watch them all the time. Even if I don't like build them as much as I used to. I have a couple of them without building in my closet, like 20 boxes. But it's like I still like to watch them because hey, here's a video to put in the background, and it's just make a custom doing reviews.
I like how you said I have a couple, and then very quickly glossed over the fact that a couple was like 20 boxes.
Shut up. Okay.
I can't judge.
See.
I was in that position myself.
19 has a question. Let's see.
Certainly.
Sean, did you check out the Digimon TCG app I showed you a while back? I remember you said you were going to think about it. Is that the man?
I haven't yet. No, I haven't had a chance to check it out yet. I want to look into more TCGs, but it's very hard how a lot of TCGs don't have a good way of playing them online. Like you've got Yu-Gi-Oh! With Master Duel, Pokemon's got one, I think, and Magic's got one. But if you want to try something else, it's kind of hard to find a way to play them online outside of like Tabletop Sim, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, I am. Someone said in chat, by the way, saying they're making a model kit of Megumi this summer. I got the version with the comps and with the clippers. Oh, that's super cool. I like. Sometimes I see just straight up characters that are not even mecha, but you can build them. That's like also been a trend because just people like the idea of building them. I have a freaking Deku from My Hero Academia that I need to build. It's still like next to my shelf for like a year, and I haven't built it.
Funnily enough, one of my last builds was actually the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Ooh,
they made a giant kit of it. It's really nice, actually. The wings look really good on a shelf.
All right, so last thing I was gonna mention, like hobby related, it was like there was someone we have a lot of members of the community that like Digimon since we've been talking about it. There's also like a Tamagotchi that has an app that you can connect it to like the computer and play on it play with the Tamagotchi on the MMO. It's kind of crazy how that works. It's just like a combination of things you can do. I
actually know there is a thing you can do that with actual Digimon. I'm in a Digimon server, and they mention it occasionally. I don't know much about the program because I've never dabbled in it myself, but I believe it's called like Digimon World, but with a 0 instead of an O. Yeah. And literally, you make a special bit of hardware that connects to a real-life Digimon device, and it lets you essentially upload your Digimon into this MMO game and just play it in that, which is wonderful. I love the concept for it. I've never done it myself. But I just think the idea is, Kylo knows it. Yeah, ACOMs. Yeah. I've never dabbled in it myself, but wonderful idea.
I'm curious about it. And by the way, thank you so much for the follow to Zella. I just had to say that really quick. It's been like in my mind there. There's so many. It's almost so many people passing by there. I really appreciate all the follows tonight. It's been really great. It's been quite a journey this episode.
Wonderful to see so many faces.
Heck yeah. Have you heard? Okay, so here's a question by Sataru. Helm, have you heard of the Card Fight Vanguard these days? Card Fight Vanguard Dear Days. I guess it's a specific set?
I know of Card Fight Vanguard. I know it's a TCG, and unfortunately that is about the full extent of my knowledge. I've never played it or read it. I know a few people that do play it, but I've never looked into it myself, unfortunately. One set of expensive cardboard is enough for me, I think.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Is already. Yeah, I try to limit my. Yeah. When it comes to gacha, when it comes to card games, either 2 at a time or 1 at a time because it's too much. I already have my Pokemon
I've sworn off the gacha.
So you don't play gacha anymore?
Off the gacha. I used to play Fate Grand Order, and I enjoyed my time with Fate Grand Order. I do think as far as gacha games go, it's one of the better ones out there, just in terms of a quality product. But
true.
I also spent far too much on Fate Grand Order.
No. Okay, are you willing to confess the number, or is that private?
I will just say that I definitely spent at least £200 on at least one banner. That is as much as I am willing to disclose.
Chad, how much is that in freedom units?
I think it's like 350. I think. Hold on. 200 GBP to USD. Oh wow, it's actually gone way down. It's about $250.
50
Well, the
bucks.
exchange rate has crashed really hard, actually.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay,
Yeah,
I see.
still-
Yeah, it's
still
still,
way
it's still
more-
alive.
Way more than I should have spent, either way.
Yeah, very
And
much. For a gacha, for a quote
Yeah, it's
unquote
like-
free game. I thought your avatar
Yeah,
looks like
exactly.
Mysterious Heroine X. Is that a familiar character to you?
Oh, Mysterious Heroine X. Yeah, there's a character in Fate called Mysterious Heroine X, and then you have
Oh.
Mysterious Heroine Double X, who does have she does have a bit of mecha helmet going on. She is a bit of a mecha girl. She's great.
Oh,
She was the one I
wow.
spent a lot of money on, though. I actually got her quite easily.
Mysterious Heroine. My character, they're talking about me because I'm Googling this and I just see ponytail waifu.
You know, kind of actually, come to think of it, yeah, like you combine the two of us because she's kind of like halfway between us.
Man, that's like the second time we mentioned fusing ourselves into this one particular. All right, let me put on the jacket. I way too sus. This is not that type of stream, Sane. But I was trying to modify my body as much as possible to look like the character, but I don't have a blue coat with yellow hair. I have so many commands under my Vtuber model that I forget all the shortcut keys.
Oh, I've done that before, don't I?
Yeah, but no, I think yeah, I'm also speaking of the gacha. That was gonna be a question, like if you play gacha still or not. I guess you answered that question already on our list.
Yeah.
Let's see, what do we got around here that we haven't really touched upon? And thank you so much for hanging in so strong. You've been a fantastic
Oh, of
guest.
course. Oh, of course. It's been a pleasure to be here.
All right, so let's see. All right, so here comes the part of the show that I'm gonna ask you a question from our previous guest, if you're willing to answer this
Okay.
question. Our previous guest, who we have here. All right, here we go. So the question is, what is so this question is from Papa Spot, and they ask you, what is something more people should know about, but they generally don't? I guess it's very broad, very universal. It's a very
Things that
interesting
more
question.
people should know about, but they don't.
What comes to your mind when a question like that is being asked?
Well, there is the fact that the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV has an unlimited free trial up to level 70, including A Realm Reborn, the award-winning expansion Heaven's Ward, and the award-winning expansion Stormblood, with no limitations on playtime. I'm just saying more people could know about it.
Yeah,
You okay? Did I break you?
yeah, I'm fine.
But no,
I got
for being
guts, I
serious
got
though,
guts. No, that's a funny answer.
I mean, I can give you a more serious answer though.
If you wish, yeah, go ahead.
I think one thing that more people could be aware of that would benefit them is how much you can. Okay, genuinely, Amazon JP. I know it's a really dumb thing to say about, a really stupid thing to bring up. But if you're interested in getting like things that are quite hard to find, Amazon JP is actually not a bad way to get them, and at least in my experience, surprisingly ends up being cheaper a lot of the time than anywhere else, even though the postage ends up being more. I got a lot of my Digimon stuff from Amazon JP, and it was like, oh yeah, the postage is like very expensive, but the actual product is way cheaper due to the exchange rate.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That is.
And then,
you're
my
right.
bank charged me like 50p in charges for using foreign currency, and it's still like, oh no, not 50 pence, anything but that.
I must say, you're very handy when it comes to like this type of knowledge. It's been more than multiple occasions that you always provided us with amazing, like, just knowledge about stuff that I probably didn't know about. I guess it's just a personal bias for here in my case. Like, I guess I gotta look more into that. Because I really haven't tackled that side of the internet. Like Amazon JP, I didn't know you could actually do that. Oh, now you know. Now
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
really simple. Like, you don't need to have a Japanese address or anything. The only downside is that certain sellers might not ship internationally, in which case you kind of can't buy it. But if you're after something that's available in Japan, you can just make an account on Amazon Japan. They will just ship it to you. Again, the shipping will be a bit more because it'll be FedEx, but I've actually had times where I've ordered an item on Amazon UK and Amazon JP on the same day. 2 different items, obviously. And the Amazon JP item arrived significantly faster than the Amazon UK item.
How can that
It
be
wasn't even
possible?
close.
Sometimes when I ordered from like Ami back in the day, I was like, damn, those things are taking like 6 months to get here or 3 months. It's like
Yeah, I actually have an item. Someone bought me on my throne, a model kit, and I am watching it like a hawk because it is still on the way here. I think they've sent it through ship mail, like on a boat. And according to the internet, that means it will take about 40 days. I'm
oh
hoping that's
yeah.
what's happened and it hasn't just gotten lost in transit.
No, I'm always afraid of that. And
Yeah.
the lost in transit part is like, damn. Well, anyways,
I
let's
think
go.
that happened, touch wood, yeah.
Oh, that's a perfect. You're very insightful. I think more people should watch. If I were to say, okay, so I hope this doesn't come out as like too much gloating because I wanna praise you for so many things, but I really want to praise the way you organize your streams. Even like a little touch
Oh, thank you.
goes a long way. Something like the initial like intro music you prepare and also the outro music for your streams. It's always such a welcoming environment, and you have that entire vibe, even in your personality, your Vtuber model. Everything you do is extremely welcoming. I never felt an inch of like, I want to say intimidation. Well, I don't know where for lack of a better term. I think there's a better word to say that. But you have such a welcoming aura about yourself and your knowledge and the way you speak about everything. When I was in your streams chat since I met you, it's always been a nice time. I always like to enjoy and enjoy like watching you talk about all the JRPGs that you play, all the stuff. It's been a pleasant journey up to now.
Oh, thank you. That really is. Thank you, sir. That really means a lot. I just try my best. I want to try and make a nice, comforting experience for my guests to give them the best, experience I can. And I do have lots of weird and wonderful knowledge on various pointless topics. And I just, I'm glad that I've got a way I can share that with people and get it out there a bit more. But overall, like I always say during my streams, as long as everyone that's watching my streams is having a good time, then I'm doing my job correctly. And that's all I can possibly hope to achieve. Anything else beyond that is just a bonus.
Okay, so here comes the part where I get I feel here comes the part where I feel a bit attacked.
Okay.
Okay, interview. Okay, hands down. I'm fixing myself in my chair. If I see me jump in chat, I may get aggressive tonight. I may get aggressive right now.
Oh no.
I may get aggressive. I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. There was one particular stream where you were doing a Final Fantasy tier list.
Oh, this. Right. Yes, at the end of my Final Fantasy 1 stream, I did a tier list, and I have been amending the tier list after each game we played. You didn't like why I put Final Fantasy 6, did you?
That is
correct. To be fair, it didn't get put at the bottom. Like, it got put in the bottom half, but it's not in the very bottom.
I'm doing my best to not yell. You've been such an amazing friend and guest.
I mean, I put it in B tier. That's not bad.
I'm trying to avoid giving you the Yomi Queenly treatment. I'm trying to separate you both from the same helmet. Because if this was a second collab, I'd probably be yelling so loud right now. I'm joking.
Well,
I respect your personal
reasoning.
taste. Okay.
May I just explain my reasoning?
Yes.
Okay. I haven't played Final Fantasy 16 in over a decade. Probably even longer than that even. I played FF6 for the very first time and the only time on the PS1 when they did the re-release. I haven't played it since then and I don't remember much about it. So, I will just say this, its placement in B is based off of very, very, very old memories, and I also didn't even come close to finishing the game. I am going to play 6 after we're done with 5. Might not be immediately after, I haven't decided that yet, maybe I will, maybe I won't. 6 is going to get replayed, and we are going to reevaluate it. Because I will fully acknowledge, at the time, I didn't know really much about how to play RPGs well. I'm feeling very attacked right now. But I didn't know much about RPGs, and I definitely know how to play them better. And we'll see how it goes. I suspect it may change. I don't know that I will I don't know that it's going to make it into S tier because the only games I have in S tier are ones that I am very, very, very positive about. So like, even if 6 is better than I think it is, it'd have to do an awful lot to make it that high.
Well,
that's my reasoning.
For me, it's an S tier game. It's one of those legends that this is like in both subjective, objective. I have my own way of rating games. I always give it the good old objective, subjective. You know, it's like my personal opinion and my personal and my my most firm game reviewer take on it. Because I have like, for example, Yoshi's Story sucks ass. I'm sorry to curse. I'm sorry to go say nasty words, but Yoshi's Story sucks for me. But I understand that it's objectively a nice game.
If we're dropping the hot takes, we're dropping hot takes. I could set the entire place on fire right now.
Please do.
Okay, are you ready for my hot take?
I'm ready.
This is a real. I will warn you.
Okay.
This is a really hot take.
It better be cataclysmic. It better blow up my bolts. It better blow up my bolts and hello, Falco.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Nier Automata is shit, and 2B is a terrible robot girl. There, I said it. I don't care who knows it.
Well,
I will defend my. I will even defend my position if you wanna confront me on it.
Chat. What do you say? What do you?
I told you guys. I warned you guys it was a hot take.
I warned you guys it was a hot take. I warned you. You were warned. Give me a broom. Give me a broom, you robot May. I'm gonna sweep the floor with you. I want to mop the floor with your tin can head. Okay, I'm gonna start giving you the Yomi Quilly treatment soon. Not tonight. Not tonight, but soon. No, not.
Yeah, it's one of those few games that I have that opinion of, where like everyone loves the game, and I just don't get it. I played the game, not to like the very, very, very end, because that game has like 5 endings. But I played that game enough to know that I was done with it. Like I didn't feel like it was worth my time anymore.
Same. Okay, let's see. There are better robot girls than 2B. That may be true, but the game is still good. Doesn't mean that better means.
I can summarize the 2B point very simply.
And careful, you're in danger. Saint's going to start licking your feet for that one. Nah. It is only your feet for my tasting. Okay, I'm
I guess Yemi would know about that, being the feet tuber and all that.
Yeah. They are the feet tuber, so that's the only one. You gotta be a feet tuber for me to be able to do that, honey. You can't do that here. No. Anyways, here's some more. Okay, I guess that pretty much like wraps it up. I guess I'm gonna have one more thing. Can you give us a question for our next wonderful guest?
All right, so I've got one. It's a bit lengthy. So I will say it down. Yeah. I've got it. I've actually got it copy and pasted here as well, so I can just send it to you because
you actually wrote it. So organized. Oh my goodness.
Well, I wish I could pretend that was the case. Actually, this came up in one of my other Discords a couple of days ago, and I thought it was a brilliant one to ask someone. So I'll read it out and then I'll send you on the side so you can save it. You are being sent to any fictional setting. You will have no abilities apart from the ones you already have. However, you may learn new abilities from your new setting at the same rate as the average person in that setting. You have no equipment besides anything that would already be setting appropriate and that you already own. Any wealth you have is converted into an appropriate amount of currency for the new setting. If that setting was modern at the time of its release, but time has passed, such as say Digimon, because that's set in like the 90s, but it was supposed to be current day, technology has caught up to ours. Where do you go? So I will send you that in full because it's quite a mouthful.
Very RPG, very D&D question at the same time.
Yeah, very
it's
good
a fun
thought
time, honestly.
one.
I like
Basically,
those.
it's because I've heard people have that question of if you could go to any setting, where would you go? But if you don't put qualifiers on that, it becomes a much less interesting question. If you just say, oh, I'll just go to, I don't know, the world of Gundam, and I will be an ace pilot with a super Gundam, and that would be amazing. It's like, well, yeah, but what if you were just you? What if you aren't a super robot? Oh, sorry,
Do you have
know
a
what? Yeah, I'll
question?
press enter.
Yeah. You already have it written down.
Beating the character, then hold on, I have to do it twice.
No, that's fine. That's fair.
Yeah, it's too long.
You're good.
There you
Oh
go.
my goodness.
That is the full
Longest
that's the
question asked on
info.
BCS. It's two
Set a
Twitch
world record,
paragraphs
let's go.
long.
2 paragraphs long.
No, that's fair.
Longer
It's a
than
fun question.
most Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh no. Nah, this is Fire Emblem Heroes text in a new skill. The new meta is just wild. No, but anyway, that wraps it up. Anything in particular you want to talk about with our audiences? Any topics that you want to ask anybody on chat?
Nothing in particular, I suppose. If you guys have any more questions for me, I'm more than happy to answer. But no, I've had a wonderful time here tonight.
I'm so glad you did. Honestly, I'm very grateful for you to spare your time and join us in this episode of VCS. I hope it wasn't too rowdy or anything like that, because we got so many wonderful people visiting us today. I truly appreciate you all for sticking around. I'm so honored for this community. I'm gonna gloat, and we're not over yet. I guess I just want to give my thanks right now to this wonderful and very unifying VTuber community that I have seen around for the last year. It's been a while, and once again, you mentioned someone in particular that has been, very special and very prominent in this field, and that has to be Yomi Queenly as well. And you along, to me, in my own mind, you two came along at the same time, because you, even before you debuted, Helm-chan, I've heard so much about you directly from Yomi, because we chat on the same day, literally on the time that before they even debuted or were even affiliate on Twitch. We were even talking. I heard your name being mentioned, so it's always been like this great person, and I'm so honored that you're finally here. Here chatting with me.
I was going to say, hopefully it's been good things.
No, it's always nothing but praise, to be honest. Always praise, and everybody.
Yeah, Yomi really is lovely. Like, as I said, I can't say I could sit here all day and say good things about Yomi, and it still wouldn't be even close to enough nice things about her.
There are many people that I can say the same thing about this community, and they're here in chat today, and some of them passed by to say hello, and they've been I can say the same thing about many people in general, and even about the ones that we mentioned before. Like, there's so much.
Yeah.
The experiences is what matters, all this stuff. And
Definitely.
yeah.
Since I started doing the VTubing, everyone I've met has just been absolutely lovely. Like, I haven't met a single person that I've been like, oh, I don't want to get involved with you or anything like that. No, everyone's been absolutely delightful. It's just been a wonderful experience.
Heck yeah. No, I really do. There are too many good things that can be said about Yomi. Satoru, it was
Correct.
one person that said, aside from Yomi, when I said on a post that I was gonna do an interview with you, Satoru said, I'm gonna forget about sleep. I need to see Helm-chan today on the same stream. So it's like, you got like fans and friends all over the place that also feel the same way about you. Like, we praise Yomi, but we have to praise you too. There is so much about you that can be said, and it's just building up to so much more. So I hope you don't feel like, intimidated by all of that.
No, not at all. Honestly, it's very flattering. Honestly, the fact that people want to see me and want to be there for when I'm in streams and stuff, or when people like show up to say like, oh, how are you doing? Just wanted to pop in. Like, even just popping in to say hello for a day or so, during a stream or whatever. Just taking that little bit of time out of your day just to come and say hi really does mean a lot. Like, whether you're here to lurk, to chat, obviously if donations and stuff are wonderful, but I don't do it just for that. It's not about that.
Okay, there's people actually answering your question on the question that you said in chat.
Oh,
they took the assignment. The question is meant for like a future VTuber guest, but some people are actually. Paladin said the first thing I would do is learn about history. I would go to the library. They were very adamant about like, Sane, can you tell Helm-chan about my answer? I was like, that is so sweet. People really love you. This is what all about.
Where do you work out? The library.
All the questions here. Falco, a superhero VTuber, very inspired by like the Sentai series, saying unrelated to the question. Wow, a robot Maid VTuber. Do you like mecha anime and tokusatsu, Helm-chan?
Tokusatsu. I do.
Yeah.
I love mecha anime. Gundam's my big favorite. I want to watch more tokusatsu, but it's very hard to find good places to do so. That's the only thing.
Understandable. There's usually you gotta find like the those websites or those places to take that kind of content sometimes.
And I like to avoid those things whenever I can. You know, I like to try to always do my genuinely, like not just like being sarky. I like to try to do my bit to support, you know, creators, official releases, and all that whenever I can. You know.
That's its own can of worms that I like to also share on my own. And but it's true. I like to do even when it comes to like games, I try to like get as many as I can if it's possible physical, and if it's possible, you know, all that stuff, you know, all the jazz. It can be talked about in another time.
Exactly, yeah.
Hopefully this isn't the last time you come to our, you know, to our stream as a guest or any kind of collab in general. Looking forward to also
a
all
wonderful
the things
time. I would love to do one in the future.
Heck yeah. I also want to, we're looking very forward to all your future plans. Anything you want to share with us about future plans?
I actually do have one thing. There's no date. There's no hard date on this, but I've mentioned this on my streams a couple of times, which is that some friends and me are working on a board game. And we've been working on it. Yeah, we've been working on it for about a year now. And hopefully, sometime soon, when a certain tiefling subathon eventually ends,
Never.
I've got some people lined up. We're going to do a big collab to show it off on stream, but it will also eventually be available on Steam for Tabletop Simulator to play for free. When that's out, would love to maybe even do one with you, Sam. Maybe we can get you to have a go on it. Do you like board games?
I love board games. If I find the time and get in that, I am totally, you know, hit me up, or hopefully I'll be able to catch something like that so I can join it in any capacity.
Yeah, I'd love to. Because the awkward thing we're in the moment now is we only have like 5 people that's actually played the game in like a year, because we're struggling to find people that want to play test it amongst like our close circle. So it's that thing of, we think it's fun. Everyone we've spoken to said it's fun, but we need more feedback. We need more opinions, and we need more eyes on it.
Happy to provide my feedback. I'm very critical. I don't like to, you know, sweep opinions under the rug. I'll tell you my subjective and objective opinion.
That's what we need.
Of course. Yeah, some people. I hope some people got the curiosity of that. Please check out Helm-chan's social. Their names, and you can tag it here in YouTube. When this video goes up there, it's gonna be, you know, in the description. Be sure to hit like on that video too, please. We're doing really great lately. We're doing goals. In fact, on Twitch, on Twitter, for some reason, I got like 6K today. I'm so happy.
Let's go!
Celebrating goals here. A lot of people, a lot of friend goals, and our own goals too. Let's just keep moving forward.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Also, I think if we're in chat, I was talking about, if I just elaborate real quick, is a board game, but played with cards. It is to be a bit more elaborate, it is a 4-player cooperative board game where you work together to fight a single powerful enemy boss.
Nice.
Because we realise there's not many games where you get to play cooperative, and I like co-op games. That way no one has to feel bad about losing.
It's like, oh my god, that sounds like this is giving my brain juices. Like, what games are like that? Honestly, is I'm trying to figure out. Like, there has to be a couple of them where you have to like co-op together to beat the goal provided by the board.
There are a couple. I actually own one called Tales from the Red Dragon Inn, which is a lot of fun. But it's a very complex game, and it's one of those games that's kind of like designed to have a storyline about it. Ours is designed to be much more kind of pick up and play. You haven't got to worry about committing to an entire campaign of it. Just, hey, let's just fight a boss. Let's just fight a guy.
That just reminds me as well. This may be a little somewhat adjacent to it, but just recently I saw a Shy Lily opening a promotion for a VTuber card game.
Oh, I think I've actually seen I think I've actually seen like people talking about that on Twitter actually.
Ooh, it's like they even opening like possible submissions, but that's gonna be probably.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
I don't want to be negative. I don't want to be negative, but it's like, oof. There's so many adjacent people to Shy Lady that are probably gonna get the priority at this point.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll make our own card game.
Well, you know, you can dream, and that's what being a VTuber is all about. You can do whatever you want to your imaginations. And who said those kind of ideas are limited to them? Heck, I've seen a lot of wonderful VTubers creating stuff.
Game with blackjack and hookers.
I can't get enough of that meme. I'll make my own card game. You're in a little Navi VTuber card game looks so much fun. Heck yeah, it does. It'll be interesting. There's so many angles to it. It's its own it's its own can of information. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see. That's it, right? Let's wrap it up for tonight. We got some other plans to do for today. I don't want to take too much of your time as well. This is the VCS formula, and we're sticking around with it. This has been an amazing time for us. Thank you so much, everybody. And Helmstrom, any parting words for the chat?
No, just otherwise have a wonderful rest of your evening. It's been a pleasure to be here. I've had a wonderful time. I hope you have as well.
Of course. Well, do you want to lead the raid tonight, by the way? Anyone you want to suggest while I just say some parting words?
Let's see who's online right now.
Anyone want to recommend? Like I said again, chat. Thank you so much for giving so much of your cooperation tonight. It always means a lot to me to help. The purpose of VCS is to make other VTubers feel welcome as well. It's not just about networking. It's about creating amazing experiences like the one we had tonight. And I hope you really enjoyed it. And if everything always goes as planned, even you can be part of VCS someday. I'm making it I'm trying to sound so televised, but at the same time, it is what it is. I like this formula, and I'm gonna stick around with it. So I hope you look forward to our next guest.
Fun to be here.
Heck yeah! All right, did you find anyone to guide the raid?
We've got a few people online, but I think.
Ooh.
How about we keep on theme a little bit? How about we raid into another robot?
Ooh, please.
Sylvie Close is online playing Gundam Evolution.
Yeah. Oh,
and it's the Gundam FPS that went down, but I guess they've made like private servers for it or something. I'll send you her name.
Oh yeah, no, I got it. I've rated them before. Heck yeah.
Oh yeah, Sylvie's great. I always love seeing Sylvie about.
Alrighty, so let's guide the raid. If you wanna, okay, what about a raid message? Do you do those, or do you keep it to whatever the person?
I normally do perfectly normal Maid raid, but.
Good formula. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Honestly, hopefully I get to see you all tonight after the stream. Let's see what I can cook up. I'll let you all know what's on the Discord. What's gonna be our next guest for our next time? It may possibly. Not next week, but the next after that. So, yeah.
I just realized, actually, this is perfect with raiding Sylvie, because not only is she a robot, she's also a redhead.
Very fitting.
So we're keeping double on theme.
Heck yeah. Alrighty. So, yeah. That's it. Sorry, I was thinking about a raid message, but in this tonight, let's just go with the regular usual that we do. Let's just go with like the Sany raid and spam your favorite emotes. It doesn't have to be our emotes. It can be whichever you want. Just go with the like this. All right. Here we go. It's just like that.
That's right.
Sounds good. All right, everybody. See you there, and I'll just go with Helmchan to get some stuff in the background. See you all next time. Bye bye. Oh, we're still in the end screen. Oh my god. We're still in the end screen. Well, like I said, it wouldn't be a VTuber stream if it wasn't scuffed. I forgot to remove the VTube Studio out of here. Well, that's so funny, Very on brand, huh? I hope you don't have this kind of problem on your stream. Yeah. Scuff is life. Heck yeah. See ya, everybody. Bye-bye.
Have a good night.